Harris. I'm from Rochester, Indiana. Noah is 7. It took me 10 years to have him, and I know now why it took 10 years for me to have him, yes. I was never supposed to have a child, and then all of a sudden I did. So I was in Healthy Families for 5 years, and at about the age of 2, they realized that he just wasn't developing like he should have. I noticed he would spin a leaf. I thought he was just like really, an amazing child. He would just spin, and I thought that was unique. I didn't realize that it was an issue or a problem or a potential problem. So they intervened and got me started through first steps and got him assessed and everything. And then we went through 2 years of preschool and a year of Head Start. And he was in first grade this year with an 8, of course, and then he's now going into second grade. So he's been in school since he's been 3. We're trying to implement a better eating habit with him. At first, we thought he was allergic to a lot of foods because he has autism, he has eczema, and he has eczema and asthma, and then he's lactose intolerant. So the doctors didn't want him to eat a lot of foods that normal kids would eat or a typical child would eat until he was tested at the age of 5 to see if he was allergic to anything. Well, by that time, he had done without all of those foods, and then now he doesn't want to eat them because of his oral sensitivity issues. So his diet basically consists of chicken nuggets, French fries, applesauce, fish sticks, that kind of stuff, not really a whole lot of fruits and vegetables. So that in itself is a challenge, and that could definitely be tweaked for it to be better. So I hate to see him go hungry. I don't think he's going hungry. He's 77 pounds. I think he's doing okay. But still, it's, you wished you could have a little bit better of a diet.
Yeah, sure.
It's hard to cook 2 meals. I love to cook. And my husband and I eat well, but it's like cook for us and then cook for Noah. It's a lot of extra work. So, yes, I'm not willing to change to his diet.
Chicken McNugget person.
And he's very particular on that too. He has to have the actual chicken strips, the real meat, not this compressed stuff. Everything basically for my life has changed and revolved around him. Everything. You don't realize how much your life changes as you're going through it until you look back on it. But your whole schedule changed. It's all about him. It's all about making what works for him and his world. And then also on my end of it, keeping track of all the people that I talk to, document everything, write down names, phone numbers, dates, times that I spoke with people, and what was said during the conversation, and how to acquire services, and where to go next for this and for that, and just trying to get any kind of answers that I can. I attend college part-time, I work part-time, and then Noah being special needs, and I just got married a year ago. So it is very challenging. It is very overwhelming. It's draining. As you guys probably know, with an autistic child, they don't sleep well. Up until probably this last year, I would be up 2 and 3 times, if not more, during the night with him. Just he'd be up. So it's a different world. And people don't understand the stresses of that situation until they're in that. So it's really nice to know to get to be with people here today that are in those same shoes and, feel the feelings that we feel. I wish that there were more places like that people could come together and talk and just have a group of network of people to lean on. Support is so important, because I know as a mother that there were many a times I felt very alone and trapped in my own home, not knowing really what to do and afraid to do this or afraid to take him out. It was such an unknown territory. But now that I'm experienced it more through the years, it is getting easier, but there's always going to be a challenge down the road. There will always be challenges, but it's just a whole different mindset, and we're not alone. You just have to find the right people to talk to and help you in that direction of what you need. When I worked for the hospital there in town, my director was, I think, a bit appalled or put back that I was trying to promote Healthy Families, offering it to the pregnant ladies that came through the clinic, because it's for the rich or for the poor. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have a price tag on it, and it's free. And it's if I didn't have that early intervention, my son would not be where he's at today. It's like, I don't understand, why would you not want to open that floor up to everybody to take advantage of it? If they take advantage of it, great. If they don't, at least you've done your part by putting it out on the table for them. When I had my job, I took Noah to horseback riding therapy. And although he is on the waiting list, all three of the waiting list, if he was actually on the list, they would have been able to help me pay for those horseback riding lessons. It's like $120 for each lesson for 6 weeks, and a drive to South Bend, which is an hour for me. Those services are available on the list, on the waivers, but he's not on the waiver yet. He's on the waiting list. So that came out of my pocket, which was fine when I could afford to do that, but now I can't because I only work part-time. I lost my job a couple of years ago. I just wish that these waivers weren't so far out. I mean, they're looking at them from 1999, the applications, and his is dated 2008. By the time he's able to get on the waivers, he's going to be 17 at least. And it's like, that's too late. We need to work with him now when he's young, mold him into what, so we can help him be a better person in life. I don't understand why it's such a long waiting list. And like we've all said in here, these are our children. These are people that are going to be taking care of us when we're old. We have to teach them how to take care of themselves and other people. Noah just got his developmental profile, I believe it was, that the state just mandated that they get this at the age of 6 because he's on the Autism Medicaid waiver, all three of them on the waiting list. And I've instructed people, and I forward these emails to all the people that I know so that they are aware of this. I'm all about, if you know something, pass it along. If the people can use it, that's great. If they can't, I've done my part by sharing. And you have to inform. I mean, if you don't, people aren't going to know. I would like to see him be independent, to have a place of his own. Driving is kind of scary. I don't know if he'll get to that point, but I would hope that he would. He does not know how to ride a bike. We've tried several times, so that whole skill of that, I'm not for sure how well that's going to go. But I would like to see him out on his own and be, a good, productive individual. I see him being somewhat in the computer field. He can operate a computer like I have never ever seen a child. To give you an example, I got on the computer and logged on to starfall.com when he was very young, like probably 3. And I just logged on. I didn't tell him, I didn't show him, I just did it and then let him get on it and play his games. The next morning, I'm in the shower, I hear him laughing. I'm thinking, who's he laughing at? I come out of the shower, he has already turned the computer on and logged on to starfall.com. So I was like, okay, this kid is gifted in the computers because, just one time and not even being told, just watching me, he did that. So I think something in the computer field, because he's very good at that.